Brigadier, in paragraph 13, you say you were informed in June. You say in June, the management of quality management was informed of the appointment of Medicare 24 Tshwane District. Is this the first time that you knew Mr. Matlala's company has been appointed?
That's correct, Commissioner.
Okay. Did you not know that he submitted a bid?
We were not in speaking terms by then.
Well, if you were not in speaking terms, why did you disclose in paragraph 14 to Brigadier Manamela that you have a relationship with him? Because you say, I know Mr. Matlala, and I explained the nature of my relationship and asked if I should recuse myself from the responsibility. Why would you do that if at that time you and Mr. Matlala are not in speaking terms? And you have explained to us that that's how your relationship went. Sometimes you were on off, I think that's what you call it, and you would carry on for periods without talking because at that time you are off. Now, why would you tell Mr. Manamela then, or General Manamela, that you have a relationship with him?
I felt a need to tell her so that she can be aware that I know Mr. Matlala, and myself and Mr. Matlala, we are in an on and off relationship. In case now it becomes on again, so that she become aware.
Right, thank you.
Brigadier, I'm going to be frank with you. Reading your statement, I think you're trying to avoid the obvious. In paragraph 17, you call yourself the end user in relation to this service. That's why you had to attend these meetings with the new company, which means you would have attended service provider meetings with Metropolitan as well. What you are really avoiding is the fact that as end user, you were aware that a contract is coming to an end, and you were aware that in January of 2024, a new RFQ was going out, and as the end user, you would have participated in the creation of that RFQ. And even though you were not a member of either the BEC or the BAC or the ultimate decision maker, throughout the process, you would have been made aware as end user. Because I find it hard to believe that an end user will be in the dark for a period of 8 months. Chair said 9 months, which is correct if you include the October month. I find it hard to believe that an end user won't know that a contract is coming to an end, that there's a new RFQ, because you must know what's in the specifications. And you must know who are the shortlisted people and whether or not they qualify. That's the part you are avoiding. That's why you are telling this commission that your involvement only starts after Mr. Matlala is appointed or after his company is appointed. Because you are avoiding the obvious fact that as an end user, you would have been aware and involved throughout. You want to comment?
Yes, I do not agree, Commissioner, that I became aware of the specification. I didn't know about the specification. I was not even aware of the people that bidded for the contract because it's not within my responsibility. It is the responsibility of supply chain management, who is keeping this process very close without sharing. So from my side, coming from a different environment that was not working with the medical surveillance, I could not have known the specification, who bidded for the contract, what is the contract doing, how should it be implemented. And like I have indicated, there are a lot of responsibilities in that environment, in the environment that I'm appointed at. As part of my orientation or onboarding process, they will take me through them step by step. If maybe I come into contact with something new, I will then ask my supervisor, or I will call members in my environment to come and give me a presentation so that I can understand what is happening in my environment. And maybe also one of the things that made me not to be aware of the medical surveillance is because all the administration regarding medical surveillance, it doesn't come to my level. It stays at the level of the ECOs. And part of it, we also have provinces that are also managing the medical surveillance in the province. So they do it on their own unless there are serious challenges which they cannot resolve from their side, then it will be brought to my attention. And with the previous service provider, there were minimal challenges. If they schedule appointment, the appointment will be given, the OC Health will also come and conduct the medical surveillance. And with this new service provider, there will be challenges in terms of implementing the authorizations, whereby members will stay for months without undergoing medical surveillance. And in our environment, medical surveillance are very critical. You'll have environments whereby members will totally refuse to work, to say, I cannot expose myself to chemicals or to whatever hazards that are there because I have not conducted my medical surveillance.
Thank you, Brigadier. I think what this commission will do is we will subpoena some of the records of the meetings with Metropolitan and also some of the records leading to the RFQ, and we will establish whether or not you were involved. Thank you.
Brigadier, when you, that paragraph 14 where you speak about your disclosure to your supervisor, can I just understand, when you spoke to General Manamela, what in fact did you say about what you say the nature of your relationship with Mr. Matlala? What did you tell the general?
I told the general that, thank you, Commissioner. I told the general that I do have an on and off romantic relationship with Mr. Matlala, but I haven't spoken to him for quite a while. That's what I explained. And I also requested, can I be excused from doing the medical surveillance? And she indicated that no, it's part of your responsibility and it's also on your job description. Although,
why did you consider that you should be excused or recused from having to deal with this? What was behind that?
the reason I wanted to be excused is that sometimes it's not easy to work with your ex-boyfriend. Although you try by all means to maintain a professional relationship, but sometimes it's not easy.
Okay. I think you've clarified exactly what I wanted to establish when I asked you, what did you tell General Manamela about the nature of your relationship? So you said to General Manamela, he's your ex-boyfriend or ex-partner. That's how you explained him.
No, Commissioner.
Let me tell you what I'm trying to establish. I'm trying to establish whether General Manamela understood that you are in an ongoing relationship with Mr. Matlala at the time when she says to you, it's okay, you can manage a contract that where the service provider is your boyfriend. I'm trying to understand that. What exactly did you tell her? Because there is a difference between he is my ex-boyfriend. It's a clear statement. It's a past relationship. And the other one is to say, well, he and I are on an on-off relationship, but we are in a relationship. I've just not been talking to him for the last 6 months. It's an important distinction for purposes of this paragraph, for us to understand. Did General Manamela understand Mr. Matlala is your partner, is your intimate partner as you describe him? That's your language. You say, I have an intimate relationship with him. Did General Manamela understand when you spoke and disclosed your relationship that in fact you have an intimate relationship with him, you have an ongoing relationship, you've just not been talking to each other? General Manamela understood that. Is that what you're saying?
Commissioner, I think she did understand, because I remember even her making a joke to say, issues sabojolo hadiseni, this is a workplace.
Yes, so General Manamela had no difficulty, and she may not appear before us. So it's important that we get your answer clearly. General Manamela had no difficulty with you being involved in a contract, in managing a contract where your boyfriend is the service provider. Is that what you're saying?
That's correct, Commissioner.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Pop.
And Brigadier, was any of this recorded formally, or was this just verbal at that one meeting?
No, it
The
was
disclosure?
No, it was not recorded anyway. It was just our verbal discussion.
Yes, which raises another question for me. I would imagine, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because you know that environment better than I do, that the SAPS would have a policy on disclosures of conflicts of interest or potential conflicts of interest, and that policy would prescribe how that is to be done, where the disclosure should be made and to whom it should be made. Is there such a policy in the SAPS?
I'm not aware of such a policy whereby you have to disclose your relationship. I'm not aware of it.
No, I'm not saying disclose your relationship. Disclose any conflicts of interest, potential conflict of interest or actual conflicts of interest. I am imagining there's such a policy in government, including the SAPS. Are you saying you're not aware of a policy that requires you to disclose conflicts or potential conflicts of interest?
I'm not aware of a policy.
All right, thank you.
Sorry.
check-
Do you know if Mr. Matlala's company disclosed the conflict when they responded to the RFQ, when they submitted the bid? Do you know if they disclosed that actually the end user is my on-off partner?
I don't know if Mr. Matlala have disclosed, Commissioner, because by then, as I have indicated, we were not in a relationship. So I'm not aware on the document if he has indicated it. And I don't think he will even know that I was the end user, because this contract has quite a number of end users. It's not only me who was the end user. You'll get someone that is doing a recruitment into SAPS. That person will be an end user. You'll get people that are doing incapacity leave in the organization. You will have someone that is leading that stream. You will get a stream whereby...
Brigadier, I think you've answered me and I'm not cutting you short. I'm worried about the time because it's almost our tea time. So just one last question and a short answer, please, because it should be obvious. In June, when Mr. Matlala's company gets appointed, the relationship is flat, nothing is happening. When did the two of you start the relationship again? When did you suddenly agree that, okay, now things are back to us being in a relationship?
I don't remember.
These things are important, Brigadier, so think carefully.
Yeah, no,
These things are important.
I don't remember when did we start again with our relationship after he was awarded the contract. I don't remember.
I want to remind you, Commissioner Mkwanazi's words in this commission were to the effect that at the end of it, we must make findings and recommendations. And it would be unfair to make findings and recommendations on things that you are able to answer, but you choose not to. 2024 is not a long time ago. And if somebody is your partner or your lover, surely you must know when did things start again. Because you were very clear that in June, nothing was happening. So surely you must know when did things start moving again. Please think about it and try to answer it, Chair, after tea, because it's very important.
But may I just put in this question, but would it have been before December 2024? When you resumed your relationship?
Sorry, Commissioner?
Would it have been before December 2024 when you resumed your relationship? In June, you say you are still not. But by December, would you have resumed it already?
Yes, that's correct, Commissioner.
Thank you. I'm not necessarily blocking Commissioner Kumalo's question because he wants specificity. You say June not. So Commissioner Kumalo wants when did you resume?